Governor, for more than a year, indeed before you assumed office, you met with a number of international development partners, first in Abuja, and shortly after you were sworn in, they also paid a visit, about 19 of them, to the state. They want to invest in you because of your reputation and the previous work you've done for the country, just like the MC had said. One of these development partners, Undp, United Nations Development Program, has been with us now for about 14 months, assisting the states largely on an ad hoc basis. They've helped us with the intervention in commenced at Togo and the recent flood program we had, they were there supporting us. But in recent weeks, they have felt the need to cement this relationship with the state. And they're here today because there are two activities for two purposes. The first is that they want to sign a 5-year MOU agreement with the state, which can be extended for another 5 years. So they are signaling their intent to be long-term partners with the state by committing to this MOU they intend to sign with the state government today.
An area that the Commission and of course His Excellency has really taken a keen interest on is the issue relating to the Bureau of Missing Persons. And this is especially fundamental, not just for the state, for the Southeast, for the country as a whole, but it's quite significant that Anambra State remains the pioneer state to think and implement the Bureau of Missing Persons. In Igbo cosmology, we have what is called the 7-year rule. This 7-year rule is essentially a customary practice which relates to the rights that have to be undertaken in a case where an individual has disappeared. We find it quite significant, as I said, that this issue has become one part of the recommendation of this commission that is dear to the governor's heart for a variety of reasons, and should be for all of us, because I'm sure that there are people here, even in this room, that have been going through a situation where a loved one, a member of a family, a friend, has just mysteriously disappeared. But what is even worse is that every single day there are reported cases of children who are coming home from school, who get into a tricycle, or who just disappear and never get home from school, and the parents go to the police, report, and ends there. With this Bureau of Missing Persons, which is going to be domiciled within the Ministry of Justice, we will be able to have a computer database to have an actual record of those who have disappeared, those who cannot be accounted for, persons who just left their homes on an ordinary day and never made it back. With this Bureau of Missing Persons, there will be the institutional capacity to be able to process.
Thank you for having us and thank you for receiving us here in Anambra. And I want to also thank your team, especially the SSG, who's been focal point, the Chief of Staff, and others who have been helping us our interaction with your government. So we started this journey the first day you were elected. And to be frank, we are here partly because of your reputation, but also because of your vision of you have for the state. Obviously, UNDP works across the country. We can't be everywhere. It's a huge country with 36 states. So we try to really focus on where we feel there are low-hanging fruits and the vision is clear and the leadership is strong. So from that perspective, we are investing early on in your vision. Mr. Governor, when I first came here, I saw the heart that the solution is here.
Yeah.
So I dug into the solution to find out where alignment exists on the future we can support. So we want to be part of the solution for Anambra. And the areas, as SSG pointed out, that UNDP has competence and global engagement is around climate change. This state has suffered significantly from climate change, erosion, issues related to flood, and those are a very serious threat to development and the future of the state. So it's one area that we've been engaging with your team. We have my colleagues set here to really put together a plan around your vision and to see what can be done from mitigation to response to infrastructure investment. So that is one area that we've started, but we will be going in terms of the solutions that we want to contribute to the state. The other area that, again, is in your vision and my discussion with you, you as ex-Central Bank Governor, is all about revenue generation. We can't talk about development without revenue. And how do we go about engaging on that and supporting your vision of increasing the fiscal space so that you can implement your development vision for the state. So my colleague Precious and the team are going to be engaging here around how to support you in this. I know you've already, you'll be having a meeting I think next month around this specific issue, and we want to be able to provide our inputs. We've been working at the federal level on this issue under the umbrella of integrated financing for development, and Nigeria alone has a gap of $300 billion to finance the SDGs. So what we want to know with your leadership is to find out what is the gap here in Anambra and what is it that can be done to support your vision. The other areas that we've already we've been discussing is the area of innovation and finding innovative solutions for the development here. Some of the work we started with your advisor in innovation and others, and my team have been engaging. We are bringing a lot of international help in this area, and I know that there's a push on making Anambra a place for innovation and startups and other kind of skills that are related to the entire ecosystem moves here. So this is another area that we want to support your vision.
Everybody else in the room, and that takes 10 minutes to do. But thank you very much. For me, actually, today is a very special day, and for the government and people of Anambra State. I think the only word that comes out of my mouth at this stage is gratitude. 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 Gratitude to make a very foundational partner, UNDP. Gratitude to the Truth, Justice and Peace Commission, and the ambassador, the secretary of the commission, Ambassador and then the chairman. And because if you remember, after I was sworn in on the 17th of March, on the 18th, we were headed to Oboko. our brother from Awka here, Erasmus Mora, was around to convey the big message that UNDP on that day, 18th of March, sowed the big seed of partnership, the seed of progress. So it was not just talking, it's also doing, putting your, whatever, where your mouth is. And UNDP was very fast to really serve me so that massive proceed. And till date has remained very, fidelity and not the word. You remain steady and continue to scale up the levels of your support in multidimensional ways. And so, open society concept that everybody has something to offer. But very importantly, if you look at resource base and what I did is human capital and the area of financial resources, the networks that will require. I am convinced that UNDP, as that our foundational partner, will be at the heart of helping to put these three components together. The knowledge will require knowledge, mobilization, resource mobilization, the area of forging networks, all that partnerships. I think in these three areas, in the UNDP, you stand out and stand strong, distinguished in these areas. Where you sit, I think where you say you're going with a few, it's easy for you to say, hey guys, come on board. And then I'm pretty sure sooner or later with the various areas that we have identified and outlined, there's key things we begin to put in place. And you showed that with the secretariat that we're providing us, the consultant has worked with us over the last few weeks, not just for the True Justice and Peace Commission, but now in the area of environment. That's the consultant has been working with us in that nation. What strikes me, or what is very impressive about your intervention, is that you put your finger on the wall. Put your finger. The number one existential threat for Anambra is the environment. That's the way we put it in our manifesto. For a state that is, ravaged 2 levels, flooding that, many months in a year, we'll be able to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interventions in Anambra that will become models that we can replicate, not just in Nigeria, but the rest of the world. I am really a great pleasure. Thank you.
Wow.